Join me as I share my journey of turning failure into success, and I'll show you how I never gave up despite the odds. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned on my journey to success is that failure is not the opposite of success, but a stepping stone to it. In fact, I believe that failure is a necessary part of growth, and it's how we respond to it that determines our ultimate success. I've faced my fair share of challenges and setbacks along the way. There was a time when I felt like I was stuck in a rut, and no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't seem to get ahead. I'd pour my heart and soul into a project, only to have it rejected or fall flat. It was demoralizing, to say the least. I also struggled with self-doubt and imposter syndrome. I'd look around at my peers and wonder why I wasn't as successful as they were. I felt like I just wasn't good enough, and that I was fooling myself by thinking I could make a difference. It was a vicious cycle of negative self-talk and fear that held me back from taking risks and pursuing my dreams. But the biggest challenge I faced was probably the fear of failure itself. I was so afraid of failing that I would often settle for mediocrity, rather than taking a chance and potentially failing. It was a paralysis that kept me stuck in a comfort zone that was slowly suffocating me. One of the most significant lessons I learned from those experiences was that failure is not unique to me. Everyone fails, even the most successful people. The difference is that they don't let failure define them. They use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. And that's exactly what I started doing. I began to see failure as a feedback mechanism, rather than a reflection of my worth. I started to ask myself what I could learn from each experience, and how I could apply those lessons to my next endeavor. I also started to focus on the things that were within my control, rather than getting bogged down by things outside of my control. The pivotal moment for me came when I realized that I had a choice. I could continue to let fear hold me back, or I could face it head-on and take control of my life. I started taking small steps outside of my comfort zone, and slowly but surely, I began to build momentum. I remember the first time I took a risk and it paid off. It was an incredible feeling, knowing that I had the power to create my own success. From that moment on, I knew that I could overcome any obstacle as long as I was willing to put in the work. Looking back, I realized that turning failure into success wasn't about achieving overnight success or avoiding failure altogether. It was about developing the resilience and determination to keep going, even when things get tough. It was about learning from my mistakes and using them as opportunities for growth. So what can you take away from my story? Remember that failure is not the end, but a new beginning. It's a chance to learn, grow, and come back stronger than before. Don't be afraid to take risks and face your fears head-on. And most importantly, never give up on your dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's been your biggest failure, and how did you overcome it? Share your story, and let's continue the conversation. And if you're looking for more content on personal growth and overcoming obstacles, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be sharing more tips and strategies for achieving success.